5 years zapitazo atapezeka kuti ana amasiya school panjira about 40% because of overcrowding as well as the poor ventilation.
Komanso ana amene amachokera ku TTC ku Palombe kubwera kuno ku Nkanda TP school sanali kuthandizidwa. Ana amene amati akabwera kuno analibe munthu wayang'anira monga mentor, anali kungopanga zinthu zawo zimene abweresa kumeneko kuno kupalibe akaziwa chilichonse.
Most of the lecturers were not able to use these gadgets in teaching and learning.
We have been operating in the country since the early 90s, and the aim of the basic education program implemented through GIZ is to improve and help the Ministry of Education improving the quality of teacher education, initial primary teacher education, through the 8 public teacher training colleges in the country, but also indirectly with the cooperation of the private teacher training colleges.
Key highlight of BEP is coming in a number of ways. The first one is the support in the development of the revised IPT curriculum. This revised IPT curriculum is guided by the teacher philosophy, which states to produce a reflective, autonomous, lifelong learning teacher who is able to display moral values and embrace learner diversity.
Oyambirira mu GTC munalibe national standards for teacher education. Komana Ministry of Education likithandizo kyogegera ku German Cooperation kunapezeka ndithu kuti anapanga mabuku amenewa awawa amene akuchulidwa national standards for teacher education. Cholinga chimene mabuku amenewa anapangira ndichonena kuti tikamachita zinthu zathu ma TTC tizichita zinthu zofanana komanso tizikhala ngati tili benchmark yopanga measure amene tikupangira zinthu zathu.
On part of teaching practice, key activities were training of head teachers, mentors, and class teachers. These are key stakeholders when it comes to teaching practice. And these activities were focusing on imparting mentorship skills in head teachers, mentors, and class teachers for them to develop skills which were being used to assist student teachers so that they can be socialized into teaching profession. And in that way, student teachers were coming out of their teaching practice schools well equipped and fully baked.
German Cooperation came in with a course called Integrating ICT in Teaching and Learning, ITTL, which trained about 80% of the lecturers in all the TTC on how they can use ICT in teaching and learning. Apart from that, German Cooperation also assisted the colleges to train teaching practice schools in the same course, the ITTL.
The other critical area that the German Cooperation touched on was introducing blended learning in inclusive education. So it has 2 modes of delivery combined. That's e-learning as well as face-to-face or classroom training. We have trained 2 cohorts, and the first cohort had 177 who graduated, and the second one 135 students.
As an inclusive education teacher, I'm able to identify learners with learning difficulties and different impairments. I'm able to plan my lesson plan and involve learners or take all learners on board during my lesson.
A German government anabaya sababu kama yaba wale ijamadi maphunziro wathu imene inandithandiza ine ngati mphunzitsi kuziwa njira zina zimene mwina ku skulu kumene timaphunzitsa sindinazimvese mwene zanga komanso ophunzitsa anga anapindula chifukwa chona kuti aphunzitsa amene amakhala nawo njira zimene zambiri zisamnaziziwe.
How can we ensure that our support from the German cooperation lasts as long as possible? We are, I think, one of the agencies working in a very participatory way. We do not impose any processes, but we only support the decisions which had already been taken.
We are including some of the activities which the government of Germany was doing into our budget as Ministry of Education. In addition, the Ministry of Education is establishing an education broadcasting service. So we are looking at this radio to say, as a sustainability, we are going to use this radio so that this program should not come to an end.
What for me is also a factor which is very important for sustainability is leadership. Each and everyone at his or her level needs to be a leader and an exemplary leader.
So in the final year of the project, we are emphasizing on institutionalization of processes together with our partners to ensure that the successful approaches are sustained beyond the project lifetime. And this also includes the development of a knowledge map in the context of knowledge management and transfer, and sharing this knowledge map with relevant stakeholders in the education sector.
I want you to think an example of the veil.
Teaching profession is the mother of all professions. So it is important that we get the best into the system. It is also imperative that we motivate the teachers that are in the system. It is a must that we get the best out of the in-service teachers. One aspect is to call for the full utilization of the CPT framework. This, I think, will uplift the standards of our teachers in the system. Further, what we need is for stakeholders to collaborate to maintain the production and the quality of teachers in the existing system.